look forward to the day Audun becomes a dad, because then his jokes are gonna be just 100% worse than it already is, and it's gonna be
What's that the thought of me becoming a parent?
Okay, so
will
first of all,
this?
Aina thinks I get laid.
Also, welcome back, Sandre. Oh no, can we not hear you? Test your audio.
Sorry, I got pushed to talk and I keep forgetting.
Oh, okay.
And you sound awful.
Please don't tell me that's why we couldn't hear you earlier, because you were not pushing to talk.
No, that's not it. That's just because phone crash.
It might be it, but we're not going to say it.
Probably
It's like, Sandre, I am actually streaming this, so if you want to see the map, the stream's probably the best place to get it.
Thanks so much. I wasn't trying to ask.
Yeah, I'm actually streaming it to YouTube and Twitch, so go over it.
Okay, so I'm in the map building thingy, but I don't know how to do any of this, and there's nothing there but a bunch of white squares.
Oh, up in the top right, there is a page toolbar.
What did I do?
You click that and you can bring up other pages. And we are on the one called something west.
I did something and I didn't mean to.
Page.
What has Ina done?
I'm fixing it. I'm fixing it. I'm fixing it.
What did you do and where?
On Twitch, I didn't know I was a moderator and I pressed shield mode. Turn on.
No!
There you go.
You're moderator. You know it already.
I'm so sorry.
What?
Ina put shield mode on the fucking Twitch. She forgot she was a moderator.
I did not mean to do that.
That's right. I have to go hide my player avatars because it's half my screen. But I remember where it was this time.
My God.
There we go. So I'm in the northwest corner, and it's just a bunch of very fuzzy pixels.
Kind of. It will
eventually load.
Yeah. It will eventually render, that's the word I'm looking for. Sandre, you're 20. Is it actually loading? Who knows? The voice.
Push to talk. Push to talk, my friend.
Yelling push to talk.
Yell push to talk.
Maybe he's just gone away. Just like decided, nah.
Yeah, I'm quitting this.
After 2 years, now I quit.
But yes, where shall we start in this city rebuilding
phase? Nothing
phase?
to me, so go wild.
Because the only thing I have been doing, I have just written down things we should build, and that is it.
I have a nice drawing.
I don't have a drawing, but I made a bunch of mental notes. Also, I'm going to turn my mic sensitivity slightly down.
I have a feeling this is going to go badly.
I have one suggestion. This idea came to me today, because you know how Metro is like divided into 4 quadrants. I don't know, because it's probably not since we have had this traveling option of flowing with the weave. Should we have probably opened up the wall that separates the quadrants in like big archways, so it's easier to like navigate through the different quadrants? Yes, Aina, amazing idea.
Probably, to be honest.
I do like that idea, but I do also think that's like maybe opening up in a smaller sense, like with a gateway, because if one quadrant gets like overrun, for example, then the rest is still kind of defended in a way.
We can do some sort of like
you suggesting that my military might will be crumbled by some outsiders?
Idea that satisfies all of those. Drawbridges. Why don't we have drawbridges going across the canals? Because we'll still need to bring ships in into the city, presumably. So if we can bring
Yeah.
at least smaller ships into the city, we're going to need something that moves out of the way. So either tall arches or drawbridges. And drawbridges keep each quadrant defensible still.
Do we have a map of how Chult looks like now?
We do have a current map. Would you like a current map?
Can you send that in the Discord?
I can do one better than that. I can
Alright.
put it as a handout.
Amazing, because that will make it easier to like plan.
Also, my quadrant's finally loaded.
Okay, so
Speak
Oh,
of
you-
who has which quadrant?
We haven't.
we haven't really
well,
decided that, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to have a quadrant, but I know that I would like to put the like mages keep and college and I guess in a way the orphanage as well up here and have a sort of dedicated like
Wait.
harbor for it as well.
Wait, here. Where is here? I can't see here.
Green-
Upper west.
I've drawn a
Drawing
green
Quadrant
line.
2.
You can change your colours now.
Ah, there's a new thing. Okay. Yes, and actually, Audun, funny you should say that because I did do some dabbling, and I have put the school and the orphanage in the same area as where you've been drawing it. So, because that could be like an academy quadrant, like with libraries and the school.
Yeah, so it's like oh, and actually from that drawing you can actually see there is water that comes in here.
Was it where? Am I not on the same map as everyone else?
No,
No,
you
we're
have
looking
to
at the
refresh.
handout.
You have to refresh, Lars, because that's what I did.
Yeah, I refreshed many times.
So you can't
There's,
see the 4 quadrants, the hexagon map?
No, I see the handouts,
At the
but
top,
Yeah.
there's a thing that looks like a page. Right at the top of the window in Roll20, press that and then go to SW. Or I can just do that.
Chult though, current Chult.
We are in Chult building.
The page
Yeah.
Current Chult
toolbar.
is what it currently looks like. Old Chult is what it did look like before the flooding and shit.
Can you
So,
find it, Lars?
Lars has put in his picture
yes.
of what he thought of. So Lars, when you go all the way up to the top right next to the zoom,
Yes.
you have a page toolbar.
Oh.
Mine looks
And you press
different, so
that.
I'm not showing you mine because mine looks different because I have enhanced VTT installed.
Right. Okay. Thank you. Now I
Right.
can see.
That spot that I've colored in, that's an area where current Chult, flooded Chult, I should say, is has water. So actually, that is the thing though. Old Chult had a river going through it, but this entire part of the peninsula is flooded, and we're not exactly draining that water out. But
Yeah, that's
Drain the
a
water
little beyond us.
It
Sorry?
is not. Hattie can move water beyond comprehension, so it's not beyond you in the slightest.
no, but I mean like outside
You move
of
some
the,
water.
I mean like outside of the city, like that is so fucking much water. But
Yeah, no, you can't do that.
the water within the city, we could lower the water levels in the city by either raising the land or
repair the wall.
or
Yeah.
building flood barriers.
I was gonna say we should anyway just repair the wall
I
and then just drain
You
the water.
have repaired the walls and drained the water, okay?
Yeah.
I think that's the last quadrant we did. If we kind of just keep the walls that are broken open in order to place a harbor or some kind of dock.
Yeah, because we could.
That was my thoughts as well.
We could have the dock use the already broken up wall down in the bottom right quadrant, because here it's open, and build like a shipping dock in this area.
Yeah, that was very much in my in my plan book as well was using the existing geographical shapes like that. Wow, that's a very complicated way of saying it. Yes, I agree. We should put a dock in the southeast quadrant.
Yeah. I also
Bottom
agree with
right. That was what I was thinking initially as well.
I think
Yeah,
the northwest, if we're essentially dedicating one half of that quadrant to being, let me just delete as much as I can of this. If we're essentially dedicating like this half of the quadrant to academia and the orphanage, I think this is a very pleasant place to have markets and commerce.
For the
Honestly,
children to
like
use.
college
'Cause it-
town vibes, yeah.
Yeah, because it'll just be a pleasant. This will just be a pleasant, relaxed area, and then there's like business in the southwest, in the southeast. I mean,
Yes. Also, should we have like a religious quarter?
yes.
We should.
we need some temples to Bahamut.
Yes.
I was
Temples
just gonna
to
say,
Tiamat.
no, please not that one.
We did agree. We did not agree upon it, but we were talking that it would be good for balance to have a temple to Tiamat and Bahamut.
Yes.
Also, forget there is an entrance to the Library of Lost Lights and the Fierce Master, which you can't build over.
Ah, yes.
And here, let me send something in chat. This is. I don't know how we're going to do all of this. I'm assuming we're just going to kind of skim over. We're not going to roleplay the next 6 months as we rebuild Chult.
No, I just allow you to skim over it and say this is what's happening. While you are doing other stuff, this will be carrying on, basically.
Okay. So the thing that I sent you is one of the things. Let's see if I can make this happen. Save image, because I don't actually have it on this computer yet. Sure, save it to desktop. I don't care. I just drew a really, really quick sketch of this last night because it was a thought that I had.
And it's a thought that counts.
Yes. Well, this thought counts. It was a good one. Basically, long story short, I didn't actually think this would come up as much as it is, but I've been talking with Alex about this off and on for probably 6 months now, just a little bit about stuff that happened in the background. So, long story short, if you remember, after Hattie absolutely obliterated the entire quadrant of undead,
Yes.
remember we discovered that two of the undead were married, and one of the undead was their kid, and it was just this really sad little scene.
Mhm.
So Hattie actually went back and collected the couple's wedding rings and just kept them as an interesting trinket. Couldn't remember, didn't know their name or anything like that. Obviously, because they've just been undead for so long, and she had no connection. But it was just too real for her to just be like, yeah, whatever, they're dead. It was a nice little thing. She was going to originally put them in her lab, and she had them in there as just a little memorial sort of for a while. But with rebuilding the city, she would redo it like this, and I was going to have her build just a little memorial in one corner tucked away that just has the two rings, if I can, frozen in eternal ice, just because that's how she do. But otherwise, just in a little glass case as a memorial.
If I can come with an idea to that as well, because one of the things that I have written down as a city, like we should have like what's it called? A cathedral, like for religion. Like it's a cathedral for with probably shrines for different deities that can come and go because it's a huge city. Maybe we could have some sort of like in the same district that you have the citadel, that you can have some sort of like memorial places and or graveyards, like a place of remembrance.
Yeah.
So that could like be a dedicated section of a quadrant for like like remembering?
Yeah, I was thinking initially somewhere in here.
Uh, do, do, do.
Kind of by the college.
Yes. Well,
If we wanted to, that was just for the memorial. If we wanted to make a whole section out of it, we could do something like this.
because I think that we could like do make a thing out of it. So because probably not only the rings could use reminding, but like reminding of how like the war or I don't know the
Yes.
history of previous master, like keep some sort of memory and have
Yeah.
like an for everyone to see.
That's what I was thinking. To how did I word it? I drew it on the picture, and I don't remember the exact wording, but basically, where'd it go? I have it somewhere. No, I don't. It's gone. But yeah, basically just a little memorial to remember those that have been
I see that you've
lost to
written,
history.
yeah, because I see you've written may we honor those lost by loving those who remain,
Yeah,
and like an honorary place. Yeah, no, I would at least like that, but I like that as a person. If you ask Trix, she wouldn't care.
that's fair. Well, I was going to say Hattie at least is going to probably head up that as well. Religious stuff being her specialty. So between that and I figured that Hattie would be taking care of a lot of the religious stuff, memorials and things like that, as well as, temples. Obviously she follows Bahamut, but that's also not the way that D&D religion works. There's a lot of them, and they're all valid, and she's fine with it. But also, as I mentioned earlier, I know I was talking to Lars, but running, or at least heading up helping significantly with the setting up the harbors and things like that, because she has a lot of experience sailing, because for the last 50 something years she has been sailing.
Yeah.
What if we like section up the quadrant on the bottom right where the docks are to be like naval and ship and also like barracks for like the military with like training area and have that
Is this
have
the
all
college?
of the
Yeah, that's the college.
Oh. No, because I was going to build one from scratch.
You can, but for now, that's the placeholder.
Right.
but yeah, have like the docks and the shipping area in the same quadrant as like a military area. So and training grounds for military and but also for like ship training and combat training by ship. So have like
Yeah.
that whole quadrant being for like and it would be perfect to have in that shipping area have like a bridge go from like the bottom and over to the big quadrant on the the left side, and have that be like merchants area for smithing or tannery or apothecary, herbs, like all of these shops and living quarters for the townspeople.
Yeah.
Just have like this shortcut from the docks and just straight over there.
I would think it would be logical if it gonna keep like the river going through, then
Sorry, am I on the
What
wrong
side?
layer?
no.
I don't know.
I'm pulling a thing from the library out. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's tiny. That's why.
Yeah. This is a big map. But
Yes, I think
yeah,
it's a big asset.
yes, but like having the right parts being dedicated to military, while the left parts by the river is dedicated to docks and commerce and stuff like that. Because then you can also get the drawbridge from the docks over to the next quadrant in order to do trading and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a question, by the way. Measure-wise, in freshwater, right?
No.
It's sea.
Oh, it was. Yeah, that's great.
Seawater.
Yeah, okay. That's actually great. Because it connects to the open sea, right?
Yes.
Yeah, just have to check. Yeah. So, well, that's actually not relevant to what I was thinking right now. Just because we could use the like the main aqueducts, the main lines to like if we have sectors between each like sector has a fishing thing going on and one for commerce and one for farming and production, and yeah, having like the stocks for every sector could simplify uh, beer transport between the
Yeah.
sectors.
I was actually thinking something similar. Have the main like harbor be where we're talking about, but mechanically we can have single docks around in each quadrant for fast delivery of goods by at least large amounts of goods by water. Because I'm assuming that I don't remember the exact scale of Mesro, but I know it's big.
The scale on the map is actually set to the correct scale.
Then I need
So let's
to.
measure 1 hex across is 0.1 miles.
Oh, okay, so yeah, we're looking at like 10 miles across for the city. That's about what I was thinking.
I need to share my idea that I had earlier today. Because I don't know who I was talking to, but I don't think it was during a session. But there was a conversation I was a part of where we were talking about having like a castle. And I think all of you if I say that we need to place a castle, I think most of you think the same. I think that we should have the castle in the middle.
You can't have
And
anything.
build that.
Slightly to the right.
You can't have anything in the middle of Mesro. It's worth noting.
Oh, but I was
That's-
thinking maybe we could like build on top of the spire that is already there, so we can preserve the spire.
The spire is indestructible.
Now,
Yeah, no, we're not gonna destroy the spire. We're just building around the spire, like widening it, so we can protect the spire with a castle.
I did have an interesting idea along those lines. What if we built going around these walls that run around in a ring and build kind of a ring around it that would give not only an inner road, but would kind of like we don't need a castle necessarily, but I don't know, something. We could build around that ring and have sort of a exostructure around the Tower of Mesro.
Yeah, that was my idea too. Like, we're not gonna ruin the spire or anything because it's Mesro. It's what I perceive as the heart of Mesro, but like having a building around it and probably like protecting it more.
He protect, he attack, but most importantly, he snack.
Yes.
Anyway.
And I was gonna check, Alex. I have to ask you before we start planning more. Where, because there was one of the quadrants. It was either the bottom left or the top right. No. I don't remember where it was, but there was one place that had like an underground pathway, and we talked about that before session. That I was gonna build like the underground part.
That could be
Where
it's under the
is there?
entirety of Mesro.
Yeah, but like, is there some a specific place in Mesro that is like easy accessible?
Particularly, no.
Okay, so I can just have it willy-nilly.
Yeah.
Okay, then that makes my thing. It can go anywhere. Didn't I see like a neighborhood picture in that thing here?
There are lots of neighborhoods.
Yeah, but like instead of placing one on
In
one
fact, they are
house,
called neighborhood often.
Yes, there, I found. Okay, my library. Let's add 1-on-1 this time.
I have a question. How and where are you all putting the assets in? Is it just in the little photograph in my library?
Right. I think Alex will have to explain that again.
And then upload or add?
I put
Okay.
the zip files in Discord, yeah.
You put the files in Discord?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Then I'm going to go pull them out of Discord so that I don't have to just Google and find my own. Oh, I see. 7502 zip and 12387 zip.
And
Yeah,
don't
I
add
didn't
them
check.
all at once.
And don't what?
Don't add them all at once into the library. That's a
I am
mistake.
not going to do that.
That's a big no-no.
Yeah.
There
Don't
we
do
go.
that.
Couple minutes on the download.
Okay, I'm hating the flooring, the way the floor looks.
That
How
is the way
fixed?
the floor looks.
Hmm?
That is the way it looks.
How fix? How put something else?
How do?
You can't with any degree of ease. You have to find whatever you want, like stone, water, whatever, and put it on.
Roll 20.
Oh, fuck.
Mm.
Eh. There we go.
1 square at a time. No. But yeah, to back up what we were talking about maybe 5 or 10 minutes ago, I'm thinking that Hattie and Dimblin would be doing the most of the military and sailing stuff because it's kind of they're not the same thing, but they go hand in hand a lot of the times. Like you were saying, Ina.
Yes.
And so that's what we were kind of talked a little bit about it already.
Mhm.
Because especially if you look up in the guide that we're using, lighthouses are considered part of like the military establishment, which was weird, but also it fit exactly what I was thinking already anyway.
Oh my god, I found 2 absolutely perfect ones, but they're both $3.99. Okay, no.
Are they?
Outdoor set 1 and impossible tile set.
What are they? Like rock or stone?
Yeah, just like it's just like tiles for putting down like a background.
Hmm.
I'm finding.
I actually just found a really cool wizard's college for you that's already built.
Oh shit! Just plop it on top of mine and let me just see it.
Unless you want to use the icons for the college that I was saving for a Romanar's college.
Okay, plop both of them down. Let me just see.
Give it a minute. It's a big file.
Oh, I just saw a big picture show up.
That is humongous.
Among Us.
Fungus among us.
It's us.
Sussy Bake.
No. That's like an entire city.
This might come back later. Because a bit of what I'm actually focusing on here is I actually want to try and build it so that there's housing for the children. Won't somebody think of the children?
No.
No.
Yes.
Fuck the children.
No. Don't.
No.
No, don't do that.
We bring them into the military, we raise them good, and we have child warriors.
Well, that is kind of the whole point with the orphanage. To give them the opportunity of education, whether it's arcane, the dark, the religious, or in basic swordsmanship.
I can train up a bunch of small psychopaths. It's fine.
How
Well, I have a small question. I'm giving up on moving about on Roll 20 on mobile. Can someone please just stream on Discord?
The stream is on YouTube.
I need another app open.
Yes,
That
you
one
did
out
all
He's on
the
his-
top of that.
apps. Did all the apps open.
You can
Oh,
have-
that one fades. Oh shit! Do you not have that as a PNG?
No, annoyingly not. Although I wonder if I
Oh,
could have it as a PNG. Oh,
yeah. You could probably. Whoopsie daisies. You could probably reverse image search it.
No, it's an asset.
See if you can
doesn't
find a
this-
transparent one of that, because that is exactly what I'm. No, that's not what I wanted to move to the back.
Ah!
You to go to the
Uh-huh.
back, and you to go to the front.
how do I
No, that's not what I clicked.
how treat things?
Oh shit! No, if I...
Can we build a pet?
Build a pet or get
No.
a pet?
Not a pet. Can we build a pit?
A pit
Yes.
to where we throw our enemies.
Yes. We need an enemy pit.
Isn't that just the ocean around us?
Nah, not good enough. Apparently water breeding is a thing.
breeding.
Not if you're unalive then.
I know.
Hmm.
I don't mean to be a fucking grammar Nazi,
Yes, you mean to be.
But
but you need to distinguish your th sounds better, because water breeding is a completely different thing.
Breeding.
can't you hear my THs?
No, you're saying D. That's the thing. You're saying water
No
breeding.
water. No water breeding.
That's
Yeah,
not a
you-
th. That's a D.
yeah.
No,
It's a
it's a TH.
No,
Breathe.
you're saying water breeding.
Mm,
Yeah, water breathing.
Breathing. There we go. Now you said it properly. Every other time you said it breathing.
Yes.
No,
Water breathing.
breathing. I'm gonna start saying breathing. Water
Yeah,
breathing.
you know what?
Water breathing.
Breathing. There's no chance of confusion.
The- I am going to have the water breath. They're gonna breath a lot of water now.
I'm supposed to write silver for it.
But okay. Because
Okay.
if we do share like or give out certain responsibility areas, this is something we can like do when we have time like to spare in between future sessions as well.
Yeah.
Like in between everything. Like if you're bored one day, you can just pop in here and start building.
I think what Aina is saying, I think she
That's
wants
gonna
to
be chaos.
just smack some people's faces right now.
No. I'm just saying that we have a lot of things we need to figure out, and building an entire city will take a lot of time. So maybe like start taking like who's gonna do what, and
Military.
because I can write.
Military might.
All the magic shit. Did you find it,
Hey.
Alex?
Yeah, all 4 PNGs. It's in 4 pieces.
Okay, so
In that regard, I keeping like each like giving everyone taking a category. I see its value, but it's still like maybe still some like a council setup. Like people we assign responsibility and they think the most about that specific thing, and then we can bring it up.
I'm not sure I follow.
Yeah, I think I lost the point there too.
Because we're talking about
Yeah,
actually physically building the city right now.
Yeah, but he's talking about
yeah, but
people having their roles, but then again, everyone has to agree as a consensus. Basically.
yeah, just bring it up in the plenum. Uh, yeah, and just so we don't like build on top of each other or something.
Oh yeah, but I mean we've already sort of got that idea down right now.
Yeah, and I'm thinking like if, say, for example, Dimblum and Hattie, obviously now I believe both of you are going to take care of the bottom right section. Of course,
Yeah.
you two need to like talk and like make sure you don't like crash and like have the dialogue and the cooperation in that sector.
Coordinate.
Coordinate.
But
Thank you.
but about that, Mark, like in character, Marco would probably have. He wouldn't have issues with like the sector as a whole, but there's one specific area like it probably lacks some distance with the perimeter around it that is relatively undisturbed.
Are you
Is
referring to the
the
part with the library?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've already discussed that is a protected area.
The library is here.
Yeah, you don't go on top of it. Yeah, but like it needs some distance, and very specifically, the things around it cannot be interesting.
like
What
say,
do
for
you
Yeah, it needs to be
mean? We're
kind
not
of hidden
interesting
a
at
little bit.
all.
yeah, like this could be, but this could be solved by like having basically a relaxing area, like a chill area around that place. Make it a Zen garden or whatever for the people that traverse the area. Like it needs to visually look pretty in Metro as well as being a functional place. So it's not like we're gonna like just stack everything, and we need to have like a dynamic in the city, so it makes it natural. So of course, with your library, we are not gonna stack an archery range right beside it. Like it's more natural. It's more natural to like have some sort of a garden or something in that area.
Actually, I was thinking about learning how to use flame spells near the library.
Regarding the library, are you wanting something like peaceful around it so people stay away from it, or so it has a nice entrance? How are you? Which way are you
I
thinking?
think it's more focused on the staying away from it.
Yeah, I was thinking of like the natural camouflage in one sense, and physical barriers that looks natural in another. So maybe my first thought was, first of all, the area around you wouldn't, if you were a normal guy not knowing about it, you wouldn't really. It's not a. It's a boring area, like the place around it. And secondly, maybe some buildings, the covert buildings, some garden. I kind of like that idea, but
Okay.
around it to like physically keep it secure, hard to reach.
Okay.
But
Because this area is going to be the way we were already planning and the way it's kind of naturally laid out. Obviously, we have complete control to change that, but it was already going to be a heavily militarized area with lots of trade and commerce. So literally, you could just build like a wall around it and put a door that says, "King only," if you wanted to.
Yeah.
You could just literally make it a very secure place.
You can make
that
a
would never
VIP
fit.
No, but like
No
having a
one at
Zen
all will
garden.
suspect that, will they? No. Don't enter here.
No,
No, but like
Golden
actually,
door with king only sign.
no, but like having a Zen garden, say for example with a
Well,
fountain, some
They can
trees,
slice it all
and
they want. They just couldn't actually get in
and
there because
bushes.
all the military there would just execute them on the spot.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have your library in the most protected spot, and if you tell like the commanding officer of the military, like this area is a no-go zone. No one in the military area will go to that zone because it's surrounded by people that listens to command.
Yes.
Exactly.
That's
And
true,
if
but
they don't listen to command, I will airdrop them. That is how I will establish dominance as the supreme overlord of this military. I will airdrop people that don't listen.
Mutiny is dealt with by being airdropped. Is what
If
you
it if it
To be
helps,
fair, all of us could do that.
Yeah.
I can just make a deal with the demon to stand the guard at
You're
the
meant to
entrance
be
to the
good
library.
right now. You're not meant to be making deals with demons.
Why not? I can make deal with demons.
No,
I've
you're
done it
free.
since I was a child.
You're free from the demons.
I just need a soul. And I'm good.
It doesn't even have to be yours. Just us.
No. It doesn't have to be any.
soul.
Yeah, just any soul. It's good.
Okay. Quick.
You see, I know a guy.
Two.
I know a guy.
Two quick.
Actually,
Two quick rapid
I don't
I
know.
feel we
questions.
should be concerned right now by this.
Yeah. We should probably be concerned.
The sad part is, if Hattie was a little less morally scrupulous, she could probably be that guy.
Maybe Hattie is that guy. She just doesn't know it.
That's
Hey,
also
Hattie.
a possibility.
Hey Hattie, do you want this soul in turn? And in the return, I just need someone to guard the door.
This might be an
Oh, no.
enormous picture that I'm uploading, so I'm sorry if the entire map is suddenly taken over in a moment here.
Okay. Questions.
It is an enormous picture. I'm so sorry.
There could have been worse. One, how do I actually put pictures like that into the thing? Because it won't let me put them onto the map.
Literally drag and drop.
I do that, and it does nothing.
Are you in DMs? Refresh your page because it may have been that you didn't have player access when you logged in. You had
All
player
right, I
access,
will
but team access when you logged in. Rather.
I will refresh it momentarily. Well, no, I can refresh it now. There
While
we
you
go.
do that, I'm just gonna confirmation ask every one of you because I'm actually writing this down. Audun, you
Yep.
take care of the college and the arcane things.
Yep.
You can now place
Okay.
doors.
Dimblum or Lush, you do the military area.
Yes.
And Hattie or Travis, you do the docks and the shipyard and the religious things. When we find out where to put that.
Yes.
Okay.
I figured that would be the main things that Hattie would be most competent in, would be religious areas and commerce.
You cannot put it there, Lars. That is where
There,
the library is.
I was gonna have it like
I am
deeply
defending the
surrounding
library.
it. Oh, okay, I will have it like kind of guarding it in the front then.
That's hideous. Build a proper one.
Okay.
So, on a
Um,
related question, this isn't something that Hattie would want to happen, but I personally want it to happen as a player.
Okay.
Because quite frankly, it would work. We currently have basically, you have a dragon guarding Mesro. Several dragons if what's-his-face is still around. So, would it be... I'll leave this up to you as to exactly how it would happen, but it would be possible, if you get my meaning, that some of the kobolds from other parts of Chult might end up coming here and settling in or near Mesro. And
But I
I want Hattie to have an army of kobolds. Like,
But
not exactly, but I want Hattie to have an army of kobolds.
like,
It sounds adorable.
This could actually be perfect because isn't kobolds like underground people? They
Mhm.
prefer being undergrounds, and there is an underground to Mestro, which I will like make things that is
I
not
already have
for.
that thing, I just need to build it for you. Give us a second.
But yeah, the plan was like to make like you know how the Thieves Guild and like the black market and all of the underground things. But this could also mean that we can work together on like a kobold area that can go underground. Because Trix has a special place in her heart for kobolds due to a previous game. So she would happily accommodate kobolds. So this could be something you
As
and me can
opposed
work
to someone
together on.
else you play.
Yeah. Yeah, Trix loves kobolds, Tarrant doesn't.
Taryn is a piece of shit, not gonna lie.
Tarrant is a piece of shit. He's a racist piece of shit.
A little bit.
But he's handsome, so it's fine.
No, you can't just say that.
Okay. That's how it works.
Yeah.
You can get away with it. I see.
He has his looks with him, so it's fine. Everyone
Do
will
not
forgive him.
forget as well, in one of the sectors there are a ton of pyramids.
Yes, the top one.
That's true.
Yeah,
Isn't
I
that a
feel like
good
the
place?
top right sector has already been like a temple and religious icon sector. It's sort of perfect.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't that the perfect sector for having like a part of it being dedicated to to religious things?
So there's like a little bit of a checklist, I would say, is Hattie, obviously, Bahamut, but
Yes.
we also do need to establish a foothold for what's his face?
Uptown.
Uptow.
Of course, yeah.
Uptow.
But
He
that's
needs
not-
to
it's not-
reclaim his throne as the god of Mbala. Mbala
But,
Metro.
But could that be something you could do, Sondre, since you have had like Uptow in your back pocket?
In your mind.
Uptown in your back pocket. What a statement!
Hey,
I've
so
got a
you
card
talk to
in my back
God.
pocket.
You know Uptow, right? You can
You guys are
you know what
chummy. You guys are best friends.
you know what he likes.
It's in my back pocket somewhere. Hello, Uptown. Can you hear me? Are you back
But yeah.
still?
But yeah, could that be something you could do in that quadrant, Sondre? Like make an area dedicated to Uptow.
In which quadrant?
The top right.
The top right then becomes the royal quadrant. Because no matter what we think, Marco is the king of Mesro.
I don't know if it's the royal quadrant though.
But you do need a place where you can have the council and everything, although technically it's the Crystal Spire.
I am very proud of the color so far, by the way.
I also think though that we need to have more than just Bahamut and Uptow in because
Romana would be
Mesro.
quite insistent on Saloon being there.
Yeah, and I
Ava?
would not.
How the religions go. Everyone wants their own fucked up god. This is my religion.
No, but like
Well,
have,
to be fair, Dimlam is going to become a god, so you need a shrine to him as well.
I think from this, we all need preliminary shrines to yourselves. I mean,
yeah, like I have already stated, I will have a gold statue of myself somewhere.
In some random basement of a tavern.
Yeah, all of you are getting like stone or marble, but Trix is having a gold statue. She's the only gold statue I am paying for.
Okay.
This is the perks of being the funding person.
The funding
No.
father.
The funding member. Yes.
No,
Not
no
the
one
founding
gets a
father,
gold
the
statue.
funding father.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm the
the
funding
funding.
father. I am really looking forward to see how much all of this will cost in terms of gold.
It's
money.
actually not nearly as bad as you would think based on the pricing in the game. I again, the manual has pricing for everything,
yeah, it does.
and it's not as bad as you would expect. Like, we could add everything up, and it still probably won't put a dent in your fortune.
I don't think anything will put a dent in her fortune.
Rebuilding
very true.
Mestro will put a dent in my fortune.
No, because you're gonna earn money back by the commerce.
Yeah, like I'm
You
taking
could
10%
actually
of
wind
everything.
up making money from this.
Yeah, I'm taking 10% of everything. It's fine.
The taxes are going to trick.
Yeah, I am the tax master.
Right, this is the other thing. You have not discussed taxation or anything like this.
Tax is
We
theft.
tax the poor, but not the rich.
So we need to
No,
tax
that's the
everyone.
American way.
We need to tax everyone equally.
Technically, you guys are exempt from taxation, so you're okay.
But yeah, tax everyone equally. That means Trix has to pay what 700 millions in tax every year. That's nice.
I wouldn't even touch her.
No.
700 million? I can give you 700 million.
Okay, thank you.
No, I'm not doing it. But I could. But I'm not.
I'm kind of building Cassandra can't.
I appreciate that.
I think we need a battle arena.
I'm gonna have like fighting style training camp
No,
in
like
my.
sports.
This is
Like-
this is not Sparta. Chill the fuck out.
No. We need to make like a fighting arena that is like hugely competitive, and you can like bet on it and have a league and everything.
I know you don't have a cultural sector.
I can make it underground.
Yet. We still have this sector that no one's doing anything with. The bottom left sector nobody has even touched.
Yep.
No, but
we'll get to it.
I think the bottom left could be like the commerce area, like most of it, and where most people live.
Because Metro is this city built surrounded by? Is it? It's not open sea all the way. I'm just saying. What are the entrances from?
There's one like
Other
bay
city.
entrance. The rest of it's
What?
landlocked. There's one bay entrance, the rest of it's landlocked.
One bay entrance, which is in which direction?
Top
North.
right, top left.
North,
Yeah, north.
like straight north.
A little bit. Northeasterly.
Yeah, I'm sorry to like fuck up the plan we already did, but maybe we should rearrange in that case. 'Cause, having a bay or sea focused area as well as commerce.
The sea wraps around.
It does wrap
Yeah,
around,
ma-
but that is where the main
yeah.
entrance is.
Wait, can someone draw where the main entrance to Metro is?
Also,
No.
Because if I keep,
don't
because
know.
it doesn't exist.
yeah,
But
can we like
on the upper right, left?
can we just make the main? Can we like tear down? Because if you look at the map of current Chult, there is like an entrance which now goes into the college area from the land. But what if we just obliterate that as a whole
That
thing?
is Drongalung.
Yeah, but like, wait.
You want to obliterate the entrance to Drongalung.
No. I'm thinking because there's something
What you just
entrance
asked to do
here.
is obliterate Drongalung.
No, but like it's where we entered Mesro the first time, isn't it? Like right here, on the top left, where I just drew a bunch of orange circles.
Bottom left is where you entered Mesro.
Oh, because when I look at the map, there is something there.
There is.
Is that like a settlement?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Then never mind me. They need to stay. They need to stay. Okay, so there is no main entrance. The main entrance we can just have wherever we
can make
want.
it.
By air.
Okay. But then I think that the main
Don't have
entrance
the
should
main
be.
entrance by air. This is not how this can work. How do
Yes,
you
it is.
trade?
No, but
With how ruined skyships.
I'm serious. Are you serious? You just want to trade with skyships, nothing else.
Nothing else. That's how the Nimbrans have done it for years.
Screw you, land peasants! If you don't have a ship, you can't trade with us.
Exactly. You get it.
Screw the rules. We have money and wings.
But then I at least think that the main entrance to Mestro, since it is a sea city, should be the docks.
Yeah,
I agree.
And the docks should also be closest by the. It should be the shortest entrance and the shortest path.
It ain't
Uh,
currently.
Oh, there's the
Yeah, I was
memorial
just-
garden. Who's been placing the memorial garden?
Me! It's terrible.
It's very angular.
There's not much I can do about that because everything snaps to a square.
If you right click it, you can press is drawing.
Oh, well,
Advanced is
okay.
drawing.
I figured we could use our imagination. I'll do better as time goes on. I'm
Don't
learning
pass
things.
too much because I will be putting this into Incarnate and making it actually work. Eventually.
Yeah, because everything is snapping to the. What did you say? Right click is drawing?
Right click advanced is drawing.
There we go. And then I can just move it where I want. No, it still snaps.
List.
It shouldn't.
I can get the angles now, but it still snaps to a square.
No, it doesn't for me anymore.
It
It's like
still does for me.
You see the college just up from where you built.
Yeah. But like if you move an asset slightly to the left, it'll like snap to the next square or snap
what-
back to the
what-
original.
Watch the tree in the corner in the top left. I'm gonna move it a little bit.
Yeah. I can't do that.
I've just pressed. Hold on. Let me just.
Watch the big fountain in
Right.
the center of the garden.
As this doesn't seem to be going very far, right? So draw on there where you want certain things to be, and write what they are in those circles, and I will add them in Incarnate. You write on the map where you want things to be, and I will magically make it happen.
I just clicked his drawing again, and now it lets me move it. So I just had to click it twice. Weird.
But
Okay.
my point in my saying last time is that if we can just like take a sector or a responsibility area each, this is something we can do as we have nothing to do. If you're bored, do this, because we have more things that we have to go through today. That is not building Mestro.
Yeah. I agree. This should be a downtime activity for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, this will be, because we can't do this in like session. This has to be like everyone needs to like put aside at least some time to just do their part. And I can take the whole underground part, because that will just be all of the quadrants, but not in as big of a scale. So I can deal with the underground things. And I would probably need a map from Alex of how the underground looks like before I can start planning, but I can do that.
Part of it is on here. It's called Undi Chult.
Undies.
Wait, where?
Under the maps. Part of it is.
Who
Undi Chult.
lives in a map under Mesro?
Ah, amazing! I can do shit with this. Okay. Yes, so I can deal with the underground, and of course I will help, and I think everyone can do this, like the commerce part, like just place some living quarters or the shop quarters, like do something, anything in terms of like
Do
commerce.
anything.
Yeah, do anything.
Just do something.
But like at least that's everyone has like a main area.
Yeah, I'll be working on, I guess, the memorial garden and something. Just do nothing. Lol.
Yeah.
Lars's shirt. I'll be working on a memorial garden, like a little religious memorial area. So a memorial and a temple and whatnot. And then I'll be working, I guess, with Lars on the commerce, the bottom right sector.
Yeah.
And me and Alden probably will have to deal with the college and orphanage.
Yes.
I don't care about the college part, but we need to like figure out how the college intertwines with the orphanage.
Yes. I am, as you can probably see, building big thing, and the idea was essentially just you see that big block of just grass on the side, or in here,
Yeah.
like here, I was thinking in this little slice of pie, just big like boarding school sort of thing, just big.
Yeah,
just-
because I was thinking, because of course there will be an orphanage, but also living quarters for kids and students that are not orphans, that are like just going home for holidays and shit
Yeah.
like that. So it will be in an all-in-one building, living quarters for students.
Dorms.
Yeah, dorm rooms and orphanage will be like one building. So I can deal with that. And if you
You could even have it a series of a couple of buildings too. It doesn't have to be
Yeah.
one specifically.
Yeah, no, I will.
One enormously tall building.
The Child Spire.
The Child Spire.
Is there anything I wrote down that need? Because yeah, no, I think like watchtowers and jail rooms and guard's house. Yeah, that will be like either you, Hattie, or you didn't. Travis or Lars, because that
Right.
sounds
Yeah.
like should be like in that quadrant.
I think I will probably work on more of the harbor side of it, but just like consult a little bit with the military stuff. But I'll leave the military stuff for Lars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So last being military thing, maybe have the guard's house and jail in that area.
Because if we're bringing the harbor in like this, if we're gonna stick with the regular waterways, we should probably have a waterway coming through.
There
Uh-huh.
is a water thing through the whole quadrant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm slowly drawing in roughly where it was.
Yeah. What else?
Something like that. So I'm thinking that can be for the smaller ships, so we should have small docks like here and here and here and here.
Yeah.
And then have our main dock for larger ships like unloading goods and things like here.
Okay. 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 Okay.
I am just drawing in a square, and
I'm just gonna finish this up, and actually, as was said, I'm just gonna finish this up, and we'll just call it there, and we'll just play D&D.
I just drew in a square called library because I had imagined having the library in the same area.
This would be so much easier if I had a mouse.
Are you using like the tracking pad on a laptop?
Yep.
Ah.
It'd be really easy if I could get Roll20 to work and play nice with my iPad, because then I could just actually write.
Oh, in the bottom left sector, sector.
Section.
Can I like build an area for like a hospital or whatever it's called in D&D? Like
At hospitable area. No, okay, Alex, you were gone for a second, but we do agree with you that this might be a better downtime activity, and might just be better for you to sort of solve in your DM ways. if you want to do it in Incarnate, or if you want us to take the time out of like our free time to
Yeah.
just sort of
I'm
do this on.
more. This is because I'm more skilled at doing it, so I'll happily do it. It's fine.
Yeah,
If
I
you
made-
want,
the college was a bit of a labor of love of the past 1.5 hours, so I just finished it because I couldn't let it go. It was ADHD for me.
I will use.
You could.
Did
You
my
could.
alarm
you-
go off? But
if you want
but
to, I
I've
can.
just labeled where I want things to be, and then we can just sort of play D&D for the rest of the night.
You could also, when you are doing different sectors, have like, say for example, if you're doing the college part or the orphanage part, you can like cooperate with said person that has responsibility in quotes unquote, and do it together like one-on-one. If that makes it easier for like decisions and shit.
I have a really bad color to this background. You cannot see that I've written something.
Also, don't forget that I'm over here with basically a virtual art studio. So you could ask me like, we can interpret stuff through other players and through Alex, and then you could just send it to me, and I can draw up like an entire custom map of Mesro. It would take me a little while, but like that sounds really fun. So I don't mind actually drawing entirely custom assets for this, basically. Because then we wouldn't be limited to the weird like squares that everything happens to be half the time.
So sector
If
1
this-
is learning. Sector 2 is religion. Sector 3 is military. Trade. Section 4.
Can you read that handwriting?
Right. This is the quickest way to do it that everyone can access once. In the player hub, in the OneNote, there is a section that says Rebuild Mesro. It has the sector lists. At some point, please write the buildings from the document you want listed in there, and I will add.
Amazing.
Player hub. I'm refreshing it because I've had the OneNote open for way too long.
It's literally
Where was it again?
It's called Rebuilding Mesro.
Rebuilding Masro. I do not see it yet.
Player hub main quests.
Player hub main quest. Okay, main quest. There we go. Main quest. Read Shambhala. Masro. Come on, continue scrolling.
Oh, it's on the top.
It's on the top.
Oh, it defaulted. Yeah, literally, it was already loaded. Wow. I just wasn't. Yeah, I assumed it would be more complicated than it was.
But yes, rebuilding Mestro is a downtime activity, and I hope all of us are able to dedicate some time in doing this, because
It's
It
not
sounds
easy.
fun.
building a city is
Alex does so much work.
amazing. Yeah, and
And he shall not go unrecognized for it.
No.
Mm.
Agreed.
Yes. Shall we say that this is the end of the planning city section of the game? Because I really want to start doing the next part.
Dimblum, Lars, you have been doing the bottom left, right?
Bottom left.
Like
What?
culture, hospital, arena, or is that Aina?
No,
No,
that's
I know that.
That's
You-
you.
That's me.
you literally can't see what I'm writing on this map because of the color.
You can change your color, you know.
No.
Are you
Right,
colorblind?
Okay, right.
Everyone switch
Never
back
mind.
to the actual Chult campaign then,
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Roll 20.
and I will.
That was
terrible.
the journal part. And we want. No, that's not the right thing. I don't remember. How did we switch back again?
Come out of Roll20 and go back into it.
Yeah, just going to roll 20 again.
But anyway, last time we left, you had found your wonderful crocodile god,
And he turned out to be hyper intelligent and very interesting.
who at the moment has called himself Thousand Teeth. He hasn't chosen a name yet, but he has got one supposedly. You also made a lovely trip to the Shadowfell and came back with a strange doll that looks like a vampire
Oh, yeah.
after visiting a castle and being gifted by a strange ghost.
Looks oddly like Strahd.
It does look
Whoever
oddly
that
like
is.
Strahd. Strange that.
And you pick it up and it goes 1. Oh.
Whomever Strahd is. I don't think Trix knows. Strahd.
Nobody in this campaign has had anything to do with Barovia.
Correct.
Margus.
Apart from Argus, but he's not a player. He's not a playable character.
I will
When-
reveal something as well. Shirley soon will no longer be a player character. So Shirley may appear in Chult.
Is everyone retiring their characters?
It does seem that way, doesn't it?
Me, I think I am the longest character.
Romanar and Trix have just stuck around, and then in all the other campaigns, everyone's just like, I'm tired of this one. I don't. It's like the scene from Toy Story. I don't want to play with you anymore.
I'm just proud that Trix is pre-COVID.
Romanar is mid-COVID, I believe.
Because I think I made... Didn't we figure this out? Didn't I make Trix in
It's a different
2018?
relation now. You are in the Crocodile Temple currently with Thousand Tooth. Your presumption was you were going to leave, and he was going to aid you in leaving such. You did not let anyone decide where you were going, however.
I think our thoughts were, and it was a little bit because you teased Alex with the fact that with everything coming up, we're going to have to prepare for like recruiting people and kind of backtracking into our pasts to sort of figure out how we will defend the city of Mesro. As well as I would like to know how much time we have from now that we've completed all of our missions, how much time there's left until darkness is upon us. So I thought the most prudent thing to do would be to go back to the Crystal Spire.
I was thinking the same.
That was my idea too. Go back there and start planning on what the next step is.
Thousand Tooth is welcome to join us to the Crystal Spire. In fact, I would. Yes.
Although Hattie recommends a human form for him.
In fact, I would love to bring him to the Crystal Spire.
Does he have? Does a humanoid form? He doesn't have a human.
A humanoid. Oh yes, a humanoid form.
His upstanding crocodile man form, not his four-legged crocodile man form.
It's easier to travel that way.
Oh, and Trix, now you can, for a change, take some responsibility for the child you left here.
What? Where do you think I'm going? I am going to go up to my presumed child, because current Trix hasn't got the confirmation, even though I might have, and give her a big, big fucking hug.
She will push you away. She is not used to this level of affection.
I will force her to hug me.
Love me.
You will love me, child.
I really want to see a strength contest for this.
As soon as Marco walks in, Messica will run up to him and slap him. What have you been? You leave me with this damn lovely child and go off to the jungle.
If the city is in danger. I'm sorry.
How about my needs? I have needs too.
You never expressed them.
You should satisfy her needs, choir boy.
Yeah, Mr. There's, have you met Trix? She's very good at satisfying.
Romano just like brings up her book again, and like for the 6th time under Marco's like the notes she has on Marco, she just goes like asexual question mark question mark question mark. Beautiful woman denies her sex question mark question mark question mark.
Referring to
Gay?
that, I would like to openly state she's not just referring to that. They have barely met. They're supposed to be married, and he buggers off to God knows where, leaving her for days.
And then she'll start a new line. Gay? Question mark.
With the creepy old wizard man.
You
Huh?
know, choir boy, I can officiate the both of you if you want to marry. We can have it all within 5 minutes. Or Hattie over here can officiate as well.
That is within my skill set, yes.
Exactly. We
I
should marry these two.
I have some concerns about that, if I'm being honest.
Why?
Normally, a ceremony like that is after knowing each other for a bit longer than this. I wouldn't personally feel comfortable binding these two together in such a way when it's only been a matter of days.
Oh, it's fine. Messica, don't you want to get married to this lovely choir boy? I mean, Marco.
Oh no, where did he go?
Where did-
There. Oh, that's a much better
Yeah.
picture. I see. He looks like the guy from the Old Republic.
Oh, he doesn't.
He look-
He looks like a Valkorian. He's not Valkorian.
He looks like Count Dooku if he was able to age. If he didn't.
You mean
Yeah,
if-
which again looks like Valkorian. My good sir,
Aw.
we
It's
have
worth
returned.
noting that Azuf has stopped focusing on the Santan, which seems to have stopped solid on one side, and seems to look slightly younger.
Good day, Azuth. It's been a hot minute.
Oh! I thought it was a little. Allow me 1 second, and he will push him down to the size of you.
My good sir, we've completed all that can be done in each of the sectors. So I wanted to come back here and just know we've been counting down the days until darkness comes upon us, but how is it looking now?
Well, now the timer has stopped and ceased. The countdown has ended for now. But you do
So
have
what-
limited time. Your journey is not yet done. The work is not yet complete. It will take many, many to raise Mesro, and to defend Chult from the marauding horrors which soon are to come.
So what should we take as our priorities? Because there is the pressing matter of the death curse. There is the issue of recruitment. There is the rebuilding and finding new villages, finding new settlers. What's the first thing?
For now, your acquaintances are holding back the curse and are shackling the serpent. But I fear the betrayer and his kin are breaking through, and soon may have access to it once more. Finding allies should be your main priority after rebuilding the city and bringing others forward, which I see you have already done. You will gesture towards the crocodile. Gesture towards Thousand Tooth.
Ah, yes, this is Thousand Tooth. Thousand Tooth, please introduce yourself. This is Azuth. And I like look at
introduce
Thousand.
himself as Sorcerer Supreme. What the fuck does he introduce himself as?
I'll be like, hey, Thousand Tooth. Remember the thing we taught you about, shaking hands and everything?
Also,
Go on, shake Isu's hands. It's
Thousand
proper
Tooth-
introduction.
Thousand Tooth will walk up and say, "I do not shake the hand of gods."
Did I?
I am
I will whisper. I will whisper to the closest. Did someone? I missed a memo here. Is this the god?
Azuth is a god, yes.
Oh. Okay. I probably missed a memo here. I thought he was just mighty.
He will turn to Trix. As for you, I'm afraid the child will die.
Which one of them?
And he pulls out a Glock and just executes one.
It just takes him out.
Wait,
No.
which one of them?
The one destined to make the ultimate sacrifice.
Are you telling me Solaria's gonna die?
No.
Is it this one? And she will run over and hold protective around her.
He has a purpose which she already knows. Her
But,
time.
but she ain't dying.
Do you mean the freshest spawn, the one that sort of just came to this world?
I still have no idea which one of my child this is. I know it's my child. Trix doesn't. I know it's my child. I don't know which one of them she is. I have 2 daughters and an unknown child. It might be the unknown child. It might be Shirley, and it might be Solaria. I don't know. And Trix in general.
Not Solaria. I'm telling you that now.
Okay, it's the unknown. It's the unknown. Okay. Yeah, I should have guessed she wasn't Solaria because she doesn't have demon wings.
Be okay with that.
And then there was what was the name of the child with the devil horns and the wings?
Solaria. Or Cece.
Oh, Cecil, yeah. Cece.
Cece. Because she has a double name.
Okay, well, Trix, congratulations on your sacrifice child. I think.
Don't call her the sacrifice child.
Well,
She's not dying.
My name is Lilith.
So this is
Amazing. I know her name. Hi, Lilith.
How do you not know my name, Mother?
May I ask, have you shifted timelines recently?
She will look at you quizzically and confused.
Hattie's just going to gesture over there and be like, she got bonked.
no. I think this is. So you remember when Trix told us that she's not actually properly from here?
Yes, I remember this.
I think there's a little bit of a mismatch where the Trix that was here and the Trix that came here may have had somewhat different.
I'm well aware of that, but that's complicated to explain to a child.
Yes.
So
I'm trying to brainstorm with you here. How do you explain it how do you explain multiverse theory to a child?
You explain that she got bonked on the head, so some of the things don't work right.
But then that child is going to grow up 16 years later and have repressed rage against you.
The child will grab hold of Trix. Let me show you, Mother.
And then both of the heads go back and blacked eyes and there's a full exorcism going on.
They both turn into snails.
No.
Image of Port 9 that's destroyed and wrecked with hideous abominations crawling around. And a man in black armor with a large sword and press carved like a strange wombat walking through.
Is that where she's from?
Your child's voice. He is coming.
You see, Hattie, my cousin Lumar, he once had this. His father once told him this lie that you should never touch snakes because of some reason, and he grew up and had this belief his whole life, and then 20 years later he found out the truth and got really mad at his dad, and they don't talk to this day.
Over snakes?
It was something stupid.
That's
you know the sort of lies that parents tell their kids to get them to stop doing stupid shit. It was one of those, but he never really told them the truth, and I think it just telling those kinds of lies just breeds torment.
Like if you keep No, never mind. That wouldn't make sense anyway.
Oh.
But yes, no, I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's like they say that if you pet a deer fox too long, your hand will start growing fur.
As you come around, you'll see that on Zizi's arm there is a tattoo of a phoenix. On this child's, on Lilith's arm there is a tattoo of a phoenix.
You're from my timeline, aren't you, child?
I'm from somewhere else. Yes,
Okay,
Does
so we're
Dimlim
past the
need a
multiverse theory
tattoo?
discussion.
a man in a
Yes.
green world with a mask, which in a place that time stood still, brought me here.
Of course you did.
Lars is like, what?
You're
Oh, no,
from my.
I have a
You're
meaning for
okay.
this.
Okay, Lilith. I'm sorry, but I don't remember you. But I don't remember a lot of things, so that might have my recollection of you might pop up. However, you're from my timeline, because that what you just explained, what happened in Portney and Saru. I know that happened in my timeline, and she hasn't told you guys any of this.
Just about to get out with me.
But Trix knows that Chult was destroyed in another timeline, the dark one. But you're from my timeline. How did you come here, and why are you here? And she will start backing up because Trix is scared.
A man with a mark that looks like that, she will say, okay, brought me here. And she'll point to Dimblem's back.
To my
Dimblem,
back?
Dimblem,
Yes, little one.
get over here.
I am standing right beside you.
Child, Lilith, what is this mark? Who is this?
I don't know. He brought me here. He took me from the fire where you left me and brought me here.
Wait, that fire was real?
Did you leave your child to burn in the
No.
fire?
Technically, no.
No.
Lilith was not a child.
It's very hard because I know who Lilith is in our lore.
Oh, something like
Hello.
Oh my god. Okay.
And it's gone. No,
so-
That was Travis.
okay. We can
So
only
you-
have one of them.
we're swapping one to the other one.
Can you explain to me how this man looked like? That is this mark, and she will point out the mark on Dimblem's back.
She would point to him. Ask him. He's
And
seen
point
it.
to who?
She will point to Dimblem.
Dimblem,
Ask him.
Yes.
He's seen him.
you've seen a man.
I've seen lots of men.
Different
It's a
positions.
it's a particular man.
I
Can you remember any particular men?
Dim level point at Marco. He's a man in particular.
Barely, but okay.
Hmm,
Sorry.
I
I'm just sorry as a person, not as a player.
Yes, as a person.
you need to give me a little more detailing or information.
I have an idea. Lilith, why don't you show Dimblem what you saw? Like you just did to me.
Dimblem will kneel down in front of the child.
The child
Yes.
will grab you by the face and show you something.
Given that Dimblem has chosen to have the shape of a face today.
I have actually chosen to have no facial features today.
You see a hooded man with deep aqua eyes pitted against the sky of vibrant green in a place that doesn't seem to change or age.
Deep aqualine eyes.
Yes.
Okay. Is it the same person from my fever dream?
Yes.
Yes. Hmm. I have seen this man before
Do you
when
think
I was in my slumber.
this can be your maker?
I
His mark is on your back.
do I sense any kind of familiarity towards him,
Towards the child or towards?
towards the vision that she's showing me.
Yeah, you live the vision for years and centuries, so you are
Yes.
very acutely aware and perfectly.
But am I aware that it might be my creator?
You don't know.
No, that's what I figured. I
He did say he identified himself as Ramarath.
Ramara.
Yeah, we're
I
Googling.
Good luck.
think
By law.
I think
I know
to
you're not going to the old campaign.
recall the name of Ramarath. If
I was
that
actually going to say, because when you said that he was from your thing, because I thought because I've heard about Ramarath before, and I even think I have written him down somewhere.
You have met him.
Oh,
eh,
And his,
wait, so
and his siblings.
so
Now,
I know. Wait.
Wait, we're waiting.
Is he an aspect?
You would not know the answer to that question. Oh, maybe you would.
Dimlin.
No, I think I would.
Wisdom. The DC is very high. I'm telling you this now.
Let's wait
I'm
and
not
see how
gonna
this
roll
plays
good.
out.
Yeah, no, probably not.
You have a vague memory of the name, but that's all.
Dimlin.
yes.
I've actually been preparing a ritual
Oh,
for
God,
this
no.
exact circumstance.
Yeah, let's do it.
Cleric bullshit.
Derek's have
Would
too much
you
bullshit.
would you like some?
You all
Everyone
have
has.
too much bullshit. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like when we're playing Rhyme of the Frostmaid, it's rogue bullshit. When we're playing Chult, it's cleric bullshit
And monk bullshit.
and monk bullshit.
See, I have been waiting for the day. This has been like months and months in the making of me waiting for the day that I could pull off really annoying cleric bullshit.
Ritual.
Would you like some help unlocking your
I
history?
If it's of no particular problem to you, Hattie, then I would like to maybe get some insights to this.
I was originally preparing this ritual for an interesting device of Aromanar's possession, but I feel like this is a more pressing matter. And yes, we can always do it later, though I would need to acquire more materials for it. So we're limited to once right now, but I can do both eventually.
I will pay for the components of a potential next ritual, because I have a feeling that this ritual may help us in our next step, because I feel like Dimblim is such a mystery, and he's I think native to at least Chult.
Are you
So
using legend lore?
I will be using legend lore, yes. It basically says DM tells me everything about
No, it
this
doesn't.
thing. Pretty close.
It's like a genie's wish. There are some conditions. And I don't have to tell you the flat answer either.
Let me see. Person, place, or object. Because I was reading over it
The
before.
information you learned is accurate, but might be couched in figurative language.
We're 5 smart people. We can figure
Let
it
me check that out. Okay, yeah. Accurate, but might be couched in figurative language. Yeah, so it could still be in riddles.
But does this mean that if we quote unquote solve the riddle, you will have to confirm whether or not we are correct or not?
No, I just have to tell you it.
Yeah, but like
I-
if you okay.
I also have other cleric bullshit to do that.
You could just do divine intervention. Bahamut.
Hey,
And if
You
that
would
doesn't
not
work,
even that. I could literally take commune and just ask.
yeah, and if that doesn't work, I can do some demon things.
It's
help
also
us.
worth noting in the vision, Aina,
Yes.
saw a strange, almost serpentine woman holding hands with a cloaked figure with azure eyes.
Serpentine woman. And there's a wombat person. I know this wombat thing.
How many years have I sat on this?
I did not anticipate you implementing the wombat thing, considering who it came from.
I created it. It is my
Never,
creation, it is my
never worship the wombat, guys. I'm just telling you, professional
Okay.
advice.
Worship the wombats.
I
Yeah,
had no
don't
plans of
worship.
it up until this exact moment.
Yeah, me
Now I'm
neither.
tempted to.
You will
Oh,
fall
God.
into cannibalism and
Hey,
betrayal.
I might
The wom-
already have a character that worships the wombat then.
The wombat in my head represents cannibalism and betrayal.
Well, actually, it involved blood, massacre, slaughter, and depravity. But yes,
Wait, so just to clarify for my notes, the serpentine woman is holding hands with the hooded man, which is the same hooded man that is to deal with
on her back
Dimblum.
are 2 Kopesh swords.
Say that again.
On her back are 2 Kopesh swords.
I'm leaving. No. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm bringing.
Did Aina just realize who this person is?
You realize who
I'm
my
assuming
is?
so.
She's what am I?
You guys will know about this creature in the foreseeable future, but no, I'm not dealing with this now.
I'm about to cast Legend Lore.
Yes.
What are you asking?
Well, I am casting it on Dimblum's form, so I'm just looking for all of the information about Dimblum. Because it says I can choose a. Let me double check it. Name or describe a person, place, or object. So I think that if I literally have the object in my hands, that that would make that easier. So what I'm going to be doing is setting up a ritual casting of it, along with the. I think it just is a ritual anyway. So pulling out the incense because it uses a bunch of incense. It uses material components being 4 ivory rods, and anyway, long story short, I have all of that. So setting up a ritual, burning the incense, and then just casting it, hand out on Dimblum, seated, and then just, I guess, going into what.
Knowledge, you just kind of gain the knowledge.
Yeah, it doesn't say specifically how, so it's not like I ask Bahamut and he tells me directly, although that could be the way it works. But it's just like, you click it and it opens up the file that says everything about the person.
The file or a four.
Some vague details because some of the stuff, there's no way in hell you would even understand, even knowing who you are.
Because I was going to say, that's kind of what the spell is for.
It does say, it's not of legendary importance.
No, it says even if the thing you named isn't of legendary importance, you gain no information. Which means basically if it's just a sword, it's just a sword. Yeah. But I'm assuming that Dimblum is more than just A
What?
random person.
I'm just a
random construct.
utility.
Emblem is made
Yeah.
of metal called arcanium, which was first pioneered by an individual called High Tinker Arcanian. However, originally it was claimed to be a gift from Mistra and an unknown figure who has never been expressed in history. Stop.
Would I learn the name of that figure? Because it basically says that nobody else has to know it. I can just learn everything.
The unknown figure is Io.
Okay.
The symbol on Dimblem's back belongs to one of the 6 individuals created at the point of creation 50 years after. The eye belonging on the back of Dimblem relates to the aspect of reality. And from what he has described to you, the aspect of reality is the individual with the aquamarine eyes. As to who made him, he was made by 32 separate people.
Group project.
And he was made in Chult, beneath Chult, a very, very long time ago. The last person to cast the hammer upon his body was a snake woman called Talia, along with Mistra and this aquamarine figure. Whilst his people lie in slumber.
So, Hattie is retelling.
Telling.
I forgot the word. Retelling all of this as she's casting a spell.
No!
We are killing. You are killing Aina. So I imagine the way this works is Hattie just has her hand on Dimblem and is just kind of talking all of this out to everybody. I'm not going to repeat that because I don't remember half of that, and I'll have to refer to it later.
So you were.
But you are.
You're quite the thing, Emblem.
So it's the.
Would
A
I
bit-
know? Wait, would you? Question first for you, Travis. Would you have told about High Tinker Arcanium?
I would have listed off basically everything that was about everything.
Second question for Alex. Do Trix know who this is? Would she have heard of him from the childhood?
Oh, from childhood, she would have heard funny little stories, but apart from that, no.
Yeah, but would she know who he is,
Yeah.
according to her? So she would recognize that High Tinker Arcanium is her lineage.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey guys, High Tinker Arcanium is my forefather.
Interesting.
Dimblem, you are in some ways a child of a relative. You were a child of all the same sires that came before all of us.
It's also worth noting that the individual that was described as Mistra has starking resemblance to similarities how Aromna has described her mother.
Did we? I thought we already revealed some level of that.
It's worth bringing it round.
I
Okay.
hate being me now.
So, I am in some ways a child of Io, being of draconic blood. We have apparently a descendant of the High Tinkerer, I think his name was. Arcane something. I said it, but I don't. It's fuzzy now.
Yes.
The magic is weird like that. No, ADHD is weird like that. Travis says.
I missed that a bit. It's also worth noting that the hammer used to forge Dimblem comes from a place you do not know about called Nocturna. And it's wielded by a pharaoh.
Interesting. So you are a bit of a child of Mistra, a bit a child of Io, and a bit a child of the Tinkerer who brought, I guess, who wielded the Arcanium before you. This is interesting.
Hmm.
But it is interesting. Means our paths were more entwined than we thought.
I'm going to get about 50 messages from Ina tonight. Half of them will be angry and half of them will be questions.
Yes, it is quite the quite the information load, I would say.
This was
Wait,
quite a bit.
I'm just confused. Okay, this serpentine woman and the man. Did they was it they that created Dimblim or had a hand in creating him?
It
Well,
seems like they had the final touch, so to say. But I seem to have been made from a lot of different people.
Alden, please stop that.
Why can't Auden a deep choke
At least try and go
Coke of
deeper.
Pan if he wants to?
It's not that. It's the fact that I can hear him clicking on the tab because his
Oh, it wasn't
microphone
even-
is half an inch away from it.
It wasn't even that. It's that I was holding it in my teeth, and there's like a little weak spot here that kept caving in. And I was trying not to put any pressure on it.
All I can hear is like we're talking, and then I just hear click, 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 click.
But I am curious about this aspect of reality.
Oh, haven't you heard about the aspects? There's a bunch of them.
I
It's the only person in the party that's met more than one.
It's said that everything comes from them. The first one being Io, and well, there's just ancient stories dating millions of years back, being essentially the aspects being gods before gods were even here. Before any gods existed, there were the aspects.
Yeah. Well, the aspects are like consider the aspects the sixth child of Io. I thought everyone knew about them.
Oh no, sorry, 7.
7. There's 7 of them. I thought everyone knew about them.
I don't. I assume Hattie would.
Hattie would, because the aspects
because,
are.
No, because things have been distorted in history, so it's been deliberately forgotten.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
in D&D, general knowledge is Io is the aspect, and then everything else is just forgotten history.
Interesting. Okay. And we're unlocking some of that now through cleric bullshit.
But yeah, no, there's a bunch of them. They have like look at it the way we are the berets of different areas. They are aspect of different areas. I don't know the name of all of them. I do vaguely remember Ramarath,
Right.
and there's this guy called Galva something. But other than that, I don't remember anyone else. Galva Thorax, I think was his name.
Not an aspect. We had this discussion the other day.
Wait, no, yeah, I was gonna say no. That was not the one. We had this discussion, but I am naming the name I mix up with Galvathorax because Galvathorax is Helia's father, not the aspect. The aspect that I am thinking of is, and I will now insert name.
No, you won't because you don't know it.
Wait, Trix know about that. Trix know about that.
You don't, and you are Trix.
No, but Trix would have known about that due to previous campaign.
Yeah.
We learned.
You.
Okay, well that's fine. But okay, retconning. I will not insert name, but I will say that I know about another one, but don't remember the name. Because there is another one. I learned about it in the Horde of the Dragon Queen.
Hmm. So I have been made from at least two aspects, and the god of magic herself.
More or less, yes.
Hmm.
As well as many others that had their hands in bringing life to someone such as yourself.
Lilith, you just showed us his memory, and we pieced together some clues, and you seem to know things. Are there more of Dimblum, or is he the only one?
No, I've never met him or anything like him. He didn't exist in my place.
Okay, so he didn't exist where we came from. So it's this timeline thing. And Trix is saying this more to herself, because I think Trix is the only one that's actually comprehending this timeline shifting thing.
Yes, the time knife. We've all seen it.
The timeline.
Where's Marco's soon-to-be wife? Because she's just berating you for leaving. So
Oh no. So, Trix, I do believe we know that there are more like Dimblum, remember? We spoke with
Yes.
one earlier, though much larger, and it had spoken of many others like him.
I sort of wished right now that I could have talked to someone from my timeline. Because they would have. I can?
I told you he is coming.
Wait, who? Is Ramarath coming here?
The one in the dark armor.
The one in the darker what?
Dark armor with the animal.
The dark armor. Wait. Is that one who brought you here?
No.
Wait. Oh, is it the wombat thing? Oh no. Can I leave? Can I go back to the Waterdeep?
No.
Okay.
So
Okay, wait. He's coming. Okay. But is he good or is he bad?
You know the answer.
He's bad, isn't he? Okay. Is he gonna have like a part of the war with the Night Serpent?
I don't know.
Okay.
well, okay. Well, Hattie, say Io or Asgarath was envisioned to you in a dream, and someone just told you he's coming. What would you do?
Well, for Io, I don't believe he would be anything terrible, so I would just prepare for his arrival. But you generally don't get cryptic warnings about people that are coming for tea.
No, exactly.
So prepare for his arrival, but with a little bit of a different meaning behind it.
Should I get to know my glaive a little better? Is that what you say?
I have a DM question. Since you did say that I would know whether he is good or bad, would would Trix know his name? Because I know his name.
Yes.
It's Alan.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's Auden?
Alan.
Auden is
It's
the
out in the coming for tea.
I remember that
Can
was
I-
the award at the end of the campaign.
Am I allowed
Maybe.
to like as player lord, not character lord, but player lord, tell them who Alan is?
Why?
I'm asking you because
Now, that seems like spoilers. I want to get surprised by the baby.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not gonna tell. Okay, but Trix would say that this man that we all been talking about is named Alan. It's the wombat thing.
Alan doesn't sound like an imposing. I was expecting something like
Gorgorath the Destroyer or something.
Yes, I was expecting something like Tyrannorath.
Yeah, no, he's
End
just
of
called
worlds.
Alan.
Why Alan?
Well, you have to ask him. I don't
One
know.
does not
He's just
generally-
called Alan.
One
So-
does not generally pick their name and title.
But you're saying he's a man in dark armor. Is he the same as this harbinger that we've been meeting every now and then?
Is he? No, he's not.
The Harbinger
so
is
we-
Argus.
So no, I mean like the
Oh, the Dark One.
yeah.
We
You don't know.
we have had a run-in with a strange individual a couple of times, but I don't think we've ever gotten
Yeah.
a good look at him.
A
I
hooded
mean, I
man in
don't-
dark armor who is there to fuck with our things.
Yeah.
Are
Well,
they
wait,
the same
have
person,
we-
or are we looking out for two different individuals who are both out to ruin our days on separate occasions?
Yeah, because the hooded man, as far as I've written down now from the vision, that is not the dark armored one, but the hooded one.
The
That
Knights
is
of the-
Rammer. That is Rammer. The aspect. And the dark armored one is Alan. But have we encountered a dark hooded? Wait, am I?
Yeah,
am I...
the harbinger of the night serpent.
Yeah, you have encountered the Harbinger of the Night Serpent, who is a dark hooded figure.
Yeah, but the dark hooded figure, because a dark hooded figure can still look different, and the dark hooded figure, as far as I've written, is Ramarath. Is that wrong?
No, it's
From the
correct.
vision we just saw. So, but is the dark hooded thing we saw the same dark hooded figure we have encountered earlier as the harbinger? Harbinger. Okay.
So we have 3 dark hooded figures to watch out for.
We have three
Don't
dark
trust anyone with a
figures.
dark hood.
Two are hooded and one is armored.
Ramarath, Alan, and the harbinger of the night serpent. One of these names not
One
quite
of
as
these
intimidating as
things
the
is
other.
not like the others. One of this one
Harbinger of the night serpent.
below.
Alan.
I
From
would
middle
be
management.
I would be most concerned about Alan.
If he was to have a title, you know, like Ramarath the Aspect.
He has got the
Harbinger of
title.
night-
I was
Hold on,
gonna
hold
say
on.
he does have. He
Hold on.
does have.
Hold on. Harbinger of the night serpent. Ramarath the Aspect. Alan from accounting.
No, but Alan does have a title. Can I say the title?
What's it?
He's called Alan the Wombat Heart.
Less threatening, isn't it? I think Alan from accounting is more threatening.
Romanar. Sometimes it's the ones without a title that need no intimidating titles that are the most to be feared. We should not underestimate this Alan.
She'll like scoff, like, I've got more titles than him.
I have more titles than you.
I don't have a single
I
title.
hope I
It's
hope without
okay,
salt.
Timson, neither
That's
do
what
I.
I'm saying.
Sorry, what did you say?
Wait, who? Me?
Aina.
Yeah, I answered Arabinar with, I have more titles than you do.
And you said afterwards.
That I hope Arabinar sulks after hearing that.
Romana gives you the side eye, like heavy side eye.
She will smile at you.
Well, look, anyway, we need to start recruiting people because if we are dealing with Ramarath and the Harbinger of the Night Serpent and the Night Serpent and Alan.
I don't think Ramarath is evil though. I don't think we have to deal with him.
Well, either
He's just
way,
dead.
someone is coming. So I think
Cryptic warnings and all that.
As Zuth has been saying, we should start thinking about finding some friends because friends are hard to come by.
I have actually been giving this a thought since, you know, I can teleport us to like known places. So if we need to contact people outside of Chult, it's possible, but to a certain limit, of course. Or we can have Nemeth just ship off letters.
I
Because
have
that's
also
what
been
I've been doing.
I have also been preparing one of my skill sets. I needed to review the spell and re-prepare it, but I am able to contact anyone that I know or have seen recently. So I was going to call in a couple of favors as well, namely my brother. Hopefully he can make it.
How would I have in the past few days of us fighting and exploring, I have actually been able to form some new spells. God bless you, my child. I have been able to form some new spells with my new experiences, and I can now, without who's Aina? Oh, I must be seeing things.
Ina, she sounds like an amazing girl. I'd like
She
to meet
sounds
her.
like a classy lady.
Yeah, she sounds amazing. We should start worshipping her.
I
Well,
I
I
love
don't-
you dearly, darling, but classy lady does not apply to you with any degree of ease.
Well, I
Classy lady,
without
what do you mean?
without needing
Hmm.
Trix's special helm, I can't actually transport us to anywhere that we are familiar with.
I would like to see if there are any of my tribe left back up north.
Yeah, so I had some ideas, one of which being I'd like to go back to Nimbrel. However, so far as I know, there may or may not be a warrant for my arrest there.
It may or may not be safe there.
So if I were to teleport us to Nimbrel, I'd like all of us to come, just in case.
I
I
Zoom will
know.
speak up. I perhaps have a solution to your issues.
And that would be.
Long ago, the ancients sealed away a place called the Temple of the Nine Eyes. It supposedly opens gateways to places forgotten by history and time. It may be your way to finding your friends and others.
How would we find friends if it opens portals to forgotten places?
There are many.
Aren't forgotten places usually abandoned?
There are many who would aid you, and many who left Mesro and Chult many years ago. Some may return, knowing that the city is once again alive. Some
Good.
you
Well,
should seek out. Others perhaps should be left forgotten.
Well, I actually do. I think I mentioned this earlier, but I have actually already sent out. Actually, and Romana will produce the flute of growing democracy.
Oh shit! A fucking flute!
Yes.
And she will blow on it. And from appearingly nowhere,
A tiny grung will materialize.
hello. Now, question: do I recognize this grung?
Yeah, do either one of us recognize this grung?
Is he the same grung that I sent off with a letter like 6 months ago?
No.
Is he the grung that was by my side in the hospital bed when I was doing my pregnancy
You mean the one that's still
extortion?
with you in a pocket somewhere?
Oh yeah, no. Is he? I didn't know he was still with me.
Oh no.
Just kind of forgotten about him.
I need to pull out this grung from my pockets.
So yeah, you'll hear a Romanald then immediately just turn into Murloc, just and she'll ask him, "Hi, I asked a young orange-skinned grung a while back to deliver a letter for me for my fiance and for my mother. Have they arrived, or has it been sent off, or do you know if he made it at all?"
They will say they have reached Drungalung, but at the moment entering Port Nyanzaru for Grung is impossible.
Ah, so it didn't get any further. I see.
He tried. He'll tell you he desperately tried to get through, but
So the letter has been lost in transit for like, I think at least like 3 weeks at this point, because I sent it off right before we went into Mesro.
It's kind of normal.
It's when the FedEx tracking just says like in transit, last updated 3 months ago.
Yeah.
You're like,
Okay, so
why?
it's still in transit. Okay, if you ever do see him, you can tell him just to forget about the letter because I think I think we've got this covered. Anyway, thank you. You're free to go.
Yes, I see you in Drungalang.
with a
wrong.
yeah, but much more broken, so you can
Yeah.
hear that Trix is like
Yeah.
very
Okay.
broken groan.
Well, if you can send messages, Hattie, then I think we should just discuss that between us two, and I would like to send a message to my mother.
Yes, I can do that. Just don't ask me to send it in Grung.
No, that shouldn't be a problem.
Please ask no one to send anything in Grug. No one understands what you just said.
And if you do have time and possibility to listen to some sappy language, then I'd love to send one to Sylvia as well.
I don't see why not.
Okay, in that case, that would be
Planning
handled.
to send these messages. I
Wait.
would like to validly ask this right now.
What
I
was
will
that?
say that
How is she trying to send these messages?
I have a
Will it be-
spell sending.
Oh, you're using sending. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am
Because-
limited on how many. The messages must be very, very short for me to send them.
Okay, so I'll keep the love letter to a minimum and ask for troops instead.
Yes. Short and concise would be better. It takes a lot of effort to send these.
If I can pitch in with something, I have
Where's the paladin messaging service? Sorry.
I have this. I inherited it from you. Most of you have, at least you were on and Marco. You guys met that weird fella called was it Theron? No, it wasn't Theron. It was. Which one of his characters was it? Was it Theron?
Nebrum?
No.
Nebrim,
yeah.
yes, Nebrim. You guys met Nebrim. Long story short,
Unfortunate circumstance, that lad.
yeah, but he was an idiot most of the time. Anyway, he did something
Fell in
good.
love with a doomed lady.
Yeah, he did something good, but this was way back before we met you guys. He made this Brotherhood of Assassins, which I now I am in possession of, or I'm in charge of them. It's really easy for me. I just need to go there to my orphanage because they have their guild in my basement of the orphanage. Just let them know that, hey, come to Mestro, and we have a bunch of assassins that can aid us in the war.
You know,
But I would also love to bring you guys to my orphanage just to show you what I've been doing.
You know, in movies when someone tells someone like really traumatic news
In a very happy way.
Yeah, and like really traumatic news, and in the movie the thing happens where like what they're saying is just fading out and it just becomes like high pitched like, and you're seeing like the world just crashing before their eyes. You can see that in a Romano's eyes is happening because the moment you said Guild of Assassins, Romano's face just comes to meet you slowly. And you can tell that she stopped listening to you a while ago after you said League of Assassins.
Hattie's the exact opposite. Hattie's just like, oh, this makes good sense. We have practical allies now. Yes, good.
Are you good at Romanar? Hello?
You are the head of a Guild of Assassins?
Well, yeah.
Does that surprise you?
How widespread is this guild?
Well, we've been in Chult, so it might have expanded, but it was quite big when I left. And I did check up on them, and they were thriving the last time, and that was in this timeline. So yeah.
How big was this guild before you took it over?
Oh, there were a couple of assassins, and there were like.
Honestly, she doesn't know.
Actually, most of it was happening in the last timeline, but I did check up on the Brotherhood, and I have given them orders, so they would have expanded from the time I was talking to them last time when I did visit the orphanage, because I have visited the orphanage in this timeline whilst in Chult and given orders.
Yeah, no, Romanar's not talking about during Chult. She's talking about 50 years ago.
Yeah, no, this Brotherhood didn't exist 50 years ago.
Oh,
Well, it wouldn't have.
It existed.
It was made by Nebram. It would.
No, it wasn't.
No, it was coup de
Wasn't
grace
it?
by Nebram.
It was inherited by Nebram.
Oh, because I know I inherited from Nebram, but I thought he made it.
No, he inherited it.
Well, then Trix wouldn't know because
That's why I'm
as
saying
far
you
as
literally
Trix,
don't know.
yeah, like Trix,
I'm
as
gonna
far as
need to
Trix
talk to
knows.
your assassins.
I
Well,
need to
you're
speak
wrong.
to your manager.
Would you
Well,
plan
well,
to kill?
I did say that I wanted to bring you to the orphanage, so.
I'm
And
gonna
it's
need to talk to some of your assassins. And
Well,
ask
why
them some
are
questions.
you so hung up on my assassins?
Trix,
I really know.
why did I leave Nimbrel?
Well, you had the Fist of the Flying Hunt with you? I don't know.
No. What happened in Nimbrel that made me have to leave?
Oh, you murdered someone.
No.
It's just proving that Trix does not listen to anything that the Romanar says.
You didn't murder someone? I thought that was
No.
what you were accused of.
Aina. My parents were murdered
who's
by
Aina?
assassins.
Who's this Aina? You keep referring to.
Sorry. I'm doing it the opposite now. I usually call Aina Trix. I'm doing the opposite now. I'm calling Trix Aina. Trix, my parents were murdered by assassins.
Oh.
If your guild, without your knowledge, of course, because this was 30 years ago, had any hand in that, I promise you it will be a guild no more.
If you destroy my guild, there will be no more you. I swore to protect them.
Romanar, I understand your emotions here, but on a practical level, would it be not more important to ask the middlemen who hired them? Assassins generally just
I need
do
a
a
dex
job.
save from you now. Dex save or suffer 13d6 fire damage. No, I'm kidding.
Wait,
It's
I was gonna
immune.
do. Wait,
And
do I
again,
need to do the
actual
dex
dex-
save or not?
No. I'm yoking.
He knows he's going to get the hand of Zuth otherwise.
Well, if do you know the name of the Assassin's Guild? Because as far as my knowledge goes, they have been called the Night Masks.
Where's
My
Dimblin?
assassins.
Trix. Where did Dimblum go?
Dimblin
I
is
was-
gone.
Wait, where's
He just did that.
Dimblin is gone.
Trix,
But you
Trix, I don't know the
suddenly-
name. I didn't stop to ask the name of the men that killed my parents. No, I'm sorry. I should have been in my 21 years of age. I should have been more prudent in coming forward and asking that question. However, I was a little bit too busy. I was a little bit too busy blasting their faces in with magic.
Dimblin is gone, and you see Thousand Tooth grow to twice his size.
No.
I just
Why?
realized that I actually have to read through the lore of the Brotherhood thing.
And see if they were involved.
Because there is a lot of lore to this that I have, because I haven't had, because I just inherited a personal quest that was made for Thomas, because he made his Assassin's Guild in the basement of the orphanage, so it made sense that I would get it. But I haven't read so much about it, and so I have to do that. There's like a lot of like masked lords and vampires, and there's a whole lore thing about this, so I just have to read through this.
Oh no, vampires, you say?
Lions and tigers and bears. Oh no! Sorry.
As you
Yeah,
just got a weird cursed vampire doll.
Oh, is it a vampire doll? This thing, and she will pull up the.
That was me
doll's,
talking. That was me talking, not
Oh,
Hattie.
okay. I thought
Hattie
it was
wouldn't know that.
Okay.
Yeah, you haven't shown it to Hattie. So
Wait, I haven't shown.
Well-
Yeah, but now it would be weird to pull it up now. So
Yeah.
Well,
so.
tricks anyway. I think. What shall we do? Shall we, as Azuth said, there's a gateway to forgotten places that we can try and visit?
we should perhaps find that place. Isuf, where do you know where this place is?
I can take you there.
Amazing. Let's go. Can I bring my child?
No children allowed. No.
I'm sick of this damn child. Children should be seen and not heard, preferably not seen. It is down to you. I do not know about
I need to protect her. Lilith, you want to go on an adventure?
I do not know. Mexico was like, you're not taking the child with you. Marco, help me here. She's not taking the child to this dangerous place.
Is she holding on to Lilith?
She's kind of pulling her back a little bit.
Out of nowhere, you see Dimla pop up behind Trix and just
Do I hit her?
what?
No.
I will still attempt to hit her, and fail, and then proceed to take Lilith in my own arms, and you will not decide over my child, fiend. And I will stalk away with her.
Her eyes will flit for a second.
Wait, Messica's or Lilith?
Messica's.
Oh. Interesting.
At this point, you do notice she's wielding a kobosh.
No, she's not.
Yes, she is. She always has
No,
been
she's-
from the very picture I sent you. She's wielding two kobosh.
No.
Messica?
Yeah.
I hope this is a race thing.
Two kobosh.
Cobra
Yeah,
Blade.
this-
Melee weapon attack. +7 to hit. Reach 5 foot. One target hit. 8. 1d8 plus 4 slashing damage.
I'm starting to think that Messica isn't humanoid at all. Or human at all.
She's a medium humanoid. And
Yeah,
she's
she's
lawful
humanoid.
good.
But I don't think- I
It
don't
says
think she's
medium
human.
human and lawful good.
Yeah, I don't think she's human or lawful good. I think she's lying. And I had stated this earlier that I think Messica is lying.
Trust Messica, you have stated this openly multiple times.
Yes. And you just confirmed my suspicions. Because she's wielding two compassions. And there's only one other person that does that. And I can't reveal anything about that yet. And that
There's only
annoys
one
me.
person in the entirety of existence who can ever wield a kopesh.
Yes.
No. But, considering... Yeah, no, I can't say anything. This is... Oh, Alex, I hate you.
I'm just stating she's wielding two kobosh.
Yeah, I know, but...
What? It's just weapons.
In due time, I know. Just breathe.
Give me a second, I need to get my story
So,
straight.
are you taking Lilith with you?
Yes. She's my child.
Is
I'm taking
Thousand
her.
Tooth staying here?
No, Thousand Tooth is 100% coming with us.
Yeah, and Thousand Tooth is twice as big. as
You guys know that he will
He's
scare the
awesome.
living shit out of people.
You couldn't
right?
have instead used polymorph emblem.
I don't. I'm not that good with magic yet. Okay.
Yeah, sure. It's just you've made it. No offense, Thousand Tooth, but you made what is already, frankly, to most people, a terrifying giant crocodile man into an even more terrifying gianter crocodile man. When
Yeah.
with some other magic, you could have turned him into someone who would pass for just anyone on the streets, so that if we do go to some other lost colony or civilization, we could have just walked down the street with nobody batting an eye.
But now I can do this. Give me a second there.
Are you going to cast Reduce on him now?
No. And I can turn myself into Thousand Tooth.
Doesn't help the situation.
Now we just have two gigantic crocodile men who will just make the situation even more awkward. Turn back into yourself. And I will counterspell Dimblum's Enlarge on Thousand Tooth.
Okay, you're a polymorph professional. Can you do something about the looks of Thousand Tooth? Not that he doesn't look good, but he will scare. I'm sorry, Thousand Tooth, but you will scare the fuck out of everyone we meet.
Well,
So
to be honest, I never actually sat down and tried to learn polymorph because it's never a spell that's come useful to me. That's something my cousin would have learned instead.
But will change his own form because he's sick of your bullshit.
and then there's the fact that Thousand Tooth is incredibly intelligent and just picks up on things like this. So merely uttering the word polymorph was probably enough for him to learn it on the spot. Welcome to the world, human Thousand Tooth.
I believe you were just an inherent shapeshifter, much like myself, correct?
Correct. There you go, Thousand Tooth
Yes.
looks like this. Is that better?
Well, in that case, would you just be 32 Tooth?
Wait, Trix might have a problem with this thing. Oh no.
Strix have a problem with that.
Why? Why do you have a problem with everything?
Are you gonna
not
bone
problem.
them?
Not problem. It's
Are you
it's
gonna
more of a
fuck? Are you gonna
more of a
fuck the alligator?
it's more of a flaw, okay?
Trix.
Are you inherently racist now?
Yeah,
that
Trix
the
is just
problem?
racist. It's just
No,
it's not even
no,
it's not
no.
just Tyrant, it's Trix as well.
You guys don't know what the flaw is.
Yes,
Because
it's that you're
we
racist.
don't see flaws.
But no, I know. That is also unfair. There are so many flaws about Trix. We see all of them.
There's one that is major. And I have stuck to this since the day I made Trix.
Yeah, but is Thousand Tooth really classed as a pretty face like that?
I class everything as pretty face as long as I see them as a pretty
To
face.
begin with, Trix kept flirting with a Romana.
Yes,
This is
but
true.
that also implies that Trix does, and I don't know if Trix yet have had a crush on a woman.
Lily.
It's very funny you say that
Oh.
because Lily is a character in our Storm King's Thunder campaign, and she's
Yeah,
an
but
ogre.
like Trix was 5 years old when she met Lilith. Lily. Sorry, not Lilith. Lily.
I mean, you are Trix, so it's up to you to decide whether or not Trix has ever seen a woman and been like,
think-
you know what,
I-
I would fuck that.
I think
Wisdom
she
save.
would. I think she would have
Yes.
found. I think she would have found them pretty. I just don't know whether she yet has been with a woman or
At the moment in
attempted.
Trix's story, she's been with no one. She's 8.
Yeah, but the thing is with like between Puzzlebox and Chult is that like there's a huge span of space that is her memory loss. She might have and she still might
Oh,
encounter
so she
women.
just forgets that she's attracted to women.
No, but she doesn't know whether she's been in bed with a woman or not. And so when she doesn't know that,
Trix is like, it's my first time, she says for the 70th time.
Oh, jeez.
Well, anyway. All right.
Shall we-
Does Trix hit on Thousand Tooth?
Not yet.
Okay.
Anyway, Thousand Tooth, you look great. How about Azuth? You show us the way.
This-
But
I
should
know
we
this is-
not take a moment of respite before we go on another journey?
If you'd like
We-
to do that, I don't mind. I have all my spell slots. I'm fine.
we off-tabled that. This was our moment of respite.
Didn't we have like a long rest thing
Yeah.
when
I mean,
we
we've
leveled
been
up?
rebuilding a city, doing a whole bunch of stuff.
Okay, long rest.
I feel like we've had a long rest.
Yeah.
In that case,
No. Don't sexual assault the nice dinosaur man.
what?
You didn't see anything. I will even roll a sleight of hand to do that, and I will do
So
that
we know where.
immediately.
We know
I
where
saw it. My passive perception is 24.
Yeah.
So we know
My
where Shirley gets.
passive perception is 22 as well. So.
Yeah, Alex, we know where Shirley gets it from.
Oh yeah, we absolutely know what Shirley gets it from. Apparently, it's a hereditary thing.
Yes, being a fucking sexual deviant, it just runs in the Rayleigh family.
Well, she is my oldest, so she would have seen Trix at her worst.
And that is where we